Finally, today is the day. Look at these beautiful wall lights. They call them sconce, I believe. Not scants, but sconce. And they are gorgeous. I got them on sale at a rummage or attic sale. And the back of it has little sticky things on it, but I'm going to try to put them on the wall without putting glue, but I think I might have to. Now I'm going to take the wire apart because you really have to take the plug off in order to get the wire through the holes. I'm going to unravel it and get it as straight as I can. That is so pretty. Now I need my pliers so that I can get the plug off. And it's simple, really. Just take your pliers and pull each little, I think they call prongs, or um, the part that goes into the wall. Just pull them off with the pliers. Push it through, straighten it up, and you pull it out. That simple. And to put it on is really the reverse. So I'm going to get the other one ready. Oh, they are so pretty. This is going to be really nice. Gotta be careful getting them out of the package, though. Gorgeous. I could just sit there and play with that for a while. But gotta move on. Unraveling this one as I did the first one. Try to make it as straight as possible, which would make it easier going through the holes. And use my pliers to pull them out. Sometimes you have to give it a little tug. Some of them are quite stubborn. Don't forget to straighten it up. And they're ready to be ready to go through the little hole. Now I'm going to try to make these sconces stick on the wall without having to put glue, but I have a funny feeling I'm going to have to use glue eventually to make them stay permanently. So I twist it so that way it'll be easier to stick through the hole. I need to get a little bit closer and adjust the camera so that you can see. There we go. And see that little hole? Hold on, I need to move it so you can see both of them. So I'm going to have to put wire through both. Okay. That should do. Yeah, maybe not. Okay. We'll get it. Okay, yeah, that's good. Right there. Now, let's get to work. I'm going to attempt to put this wire through the first hole. Hopefully I won't have any issues. I think I straightened it out pretty well. Yay! Here we go. And now I'm going to have to go on the other side of the house to pull it through because that's as far as I could get it. There we go. All right. Oh, that's going to be, look how pretty that is. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. I'm not done. Okay, I'm going to do the other one. Hopefully I got it straight enough to get through. No, I'm going to have to twist it and straighten it out a little bit more. Second time's a charm. Hopefully. I had to give it a little twist. Now I got to go around on the other side and pull it through like I did the first one. Got it. All right. Now, I'm going to attempt to pull these little sticky things off. hope that it sticks, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be forced to use something very strong to make them stay. See, it's a little sticky, but to me, it's not sticky enough. It's not, I don't think it's going to hold very well. I may end up having to use something permanent and try anyway. These are really cute. I mean, I never realized that these things existed, because where I grew up, the houses that I grew up in, we had ceiling lights or lamps. I never saw anything like this until I got into the miniature world. I'm trying to straighten this up. Still kind of crooked, but I'll straighten it up. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to put glue on this. Okay. Let's try to get this one. It's kind of a little bit tricky to get those little pieces off. So you have to get your nail up under it to start it so that it'll peel off easier. Those sconces, they're so pretty. I can't wait to put the chandelier up. Come on, come on. There we go. Finally got the nail up under it. Try the bottom one again. So they can really be a pain in the butt. Gotta get the nail up under there. Okay, so I gotta pull that wire. But I do have a feeling it's not going to stay. I have to get both of these straightened up. Come on. That's a little bit better. I'm going to have to do a little bit more adjusting. I'm going to have to add glue. But so far, so good, right? Not bad. Now, I want you to see this on this side and how I'm going to do this. See how the wires are coming out of the wall? This is why I want to start in the dining room, because I'm going to have to wallpaper over that wire. And in order to do that, let me get a better view. Okay. Come on, camera. Okay, and better light. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to have to, hold on, let me move this. Okay, we got the wire. So what I'm going to have to do, trying to decide how I'm going to wire this, how I'm going to get this wire to go either straight down or, I don't know, maybe even up. I'm not quite sure. Let me get this door right. Okay, so I might take it up and over the door and try to get out of the way of the camera. So if I take it up and over, I'm still going to have to make a groove. And that's a lot of work. Debating on that one. Or, maybe, just maybe, I can put a groove right across there. Hold on, right across. And then take it up and then over the door, which would be less work. But if I go up a further and over, nah, that's more work. But on the other side, I had to pull it over and then down. We'll see. At least we got options, right? We'll figure it out. And this is what it looks like on the coming through the hallway. And this is where I did the dining room, so that I wouldn't have to worry about the other side. Like once the wallpaper is up, have to drill the holes in. It's already pre-drilled and the wires in. So now I'm going to get this taped in here, maybe even just a little bit of Uhu glue, just to let it stick and get it ready so when the door comes in, it'll go up and around the door edges. This one will come in this way and will go down, and it'll go through the hole that I drilled right there. Okay. So the wires are going to go through this little hole that I just put like right down there, and it's going to go down this groove and then into this hole right here, which will meet in the kitchen with the rest of the wires. So those two are done. Let's see what else we got. Now it's time for the contact paper. I cut and I measured it using my template, so I got a really good fit. See how easy it went in? I really love this paper. So now it's time to try to get the back to peel off of it so that we can get it on there. It can be really challenging. Try to get your nail up under the tip, kind of bend it, and that should help. Almost got it. Yep, got it. There we go. I'm just peeling one end at a time. And then what I want to do is start at the top, and you really need to line up the corner in the very top of the wall so it'll be even. It doesn't take very long. There we go. As soon as that corner gets there, you just go across the top. Then you got it. So I'm going to take my card and go across and remove bubbles to make sure it's flat. It's a good card too. Any card will do. So then I'm going to pull the rest of the back off of it. And as I do that, I'm going to smooth the contact paper going down so that it'll stick to the wall. And then you just keep pulling until you get the back off. And I'll keep wiping my hand over it. And then I'm going to grab my card, make sure there's no bubbles, and that it's smooth. And truly, these cards really do work. Any kind of card will work. Okay, now that's done. Get rid of this. And I need to pinch the edge because there's a little bit left over. I need to get my X-Acto. Hold on. It's right here in this other cabinet, close by. Okay, so now I'm gonna this line right here. So as soon as I get that initial cut, it should go smoothly. But the trick is make sure you got a good fold, a good crease. There you go. And then you get that initial slit in there. And there we go. There we go. See how easy that is? Bingo! Okay. It's really smooth. I like that. I love the color of that paper. It's just, but it's so sheer. It's very pretty though. You can't help but to love it. Okay, I want to give you a closer view. I want to see if you can see what I can see. Let's see. Look at the top on the side wall and in the wall in front of you. I'm gonna get closer. The paper is gorgeous. I just love it. But if you look up at the top, you'll see the white paint. Looks like it's bleeding through the contact paper. That's just not gonna work. That bothers me. And if you look at the corner, you'll see the wood showing. The two edges did not meet. And I'm gonna have to put a long strip down there just to try to get it to look decent. I'm gonna put this door in because I want to see how it's gonna look. And yeah, it looks okay, but I really think I'm gonna change this. I'm pretty much gonna change this paper. This is just not setting with me. I love the paper. It is gorgeous, but the fact that I'm gonna have to add to that wall and then the bleeding, yeah, more than likely I'm gonna end up changing it. Well, we'll see. I just wanted to show you real quick how I took a long strip of this contact paper and went down the wall so that you couldn't see the wood. And I could do cosmetic surgery so you won't see that either. But yeah, I'm pretty much gonna change it. I'm really wanting to take another look at this wall. And if you look at the one over here to my left, you see all the paint coming through that's called bleeding. And the one in front of me is really irking my nerves. See the spots on the wall. And I'm really contemplating. So, but you know what? If you look at the one down here, maybe if I paint the wall white, maybe the bleed won't show through, you know? I mean, all of these walls, just maybe if I paint them all white, the bleed won't show through. Versus up here, it might look better down there with the paint, but we'll see. Decisions. Okay, so we're gonna do a little painting, and I'm using acrylic paint. It's matte white. Don't want anything shiny or satin, because I just want to coat the wall. Now, I want to start by just going up and down, and I guess I should do that pretty much all over. And then I got to thinking, it really doesn't matter. It's going to be under the contact paper. So at this point, it doesn't matter. Just get it on there. And it doesn't matter if it gets on the wires, because it's all going to be covered anyway, and it's not going to affect the wires. Now, one good thing about doing miniatures is when you're painting or you're creating, if it doesn't turn out the way you want it to, then you can always scrap it, which means just get rid of it. Do it again. And change it as often as you want till you get the look that you're looking for. And I'm just going over this I had to move the wire. I really don't want to paint the wire, but I know I'm going to hit it just like I just did. But it doesn't matter. Like, again, it's not going to show, it's not going to affect it. So don't be afraid when you're in that situation to where you have to paint over wire. It's not going to affect it. So I'm just going to keep on painting until I get this whole side done. Yeah, I guess I could have used any kind of white. Like, I thought about using the satin that I had, but I would want to use that on another project. And I don't know how that would look with this contact paper because it's really thin. It really is. It's kind of rough trying to squeeze in this little crack, but I'm going to get it. Okay, got it. Now, to get this door, which is way easier and faster. Notice here, I just really don't care. I just want to get it done. Something tells me I'm going to regret this. I should have just been neat the whole time. And I'm really thinking it's gonna take more than one coat, probably, because the contact paper is so thin, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna get the other wall too, but I'm not gonna record that. It's just too much time on painting. And it's boring when you do too much of it. Make sure I got the floor, but that's pretty much it. So that's what it looks like. I got the other wall. And so our walls are done. So now what I want to do is give you a closer look. It's not perfect, but it's painted. And again, I think I'm going to regret it, but I'm going to shoot for it. See how it goes. But I still like that wallpaper, so I'm really going to try to make it work. Okay, so let's get to the gluing of the wire. So what I'm doing is I'm going to tighten these two wires and try to glue it down. Because it's up on the wall and not on the floor, you know, up on the floor it doesn't matter. But on the wall you do not want it bulging out. So I'm going to use this Oohoo glue that a friend of mine referred to me, and it works really good, but I've never done it with wood and wire, so we're going to see. It dries fast, that's why I'm using it. So I'm taking a couple of pieces of masking tape so that I can get to it when I'm ready. And what I want to do is pull that wire as tight as I can, get this tape, and then put it on the side so that the tape will hold the wire. And I want to pull it as tight as I can because I really do not want that wire bulging through the wallpaper or the contact paper. Okay, so I'm going to put a little of the glue on it, and it's thick so it really doesn't run. Even, putting it on the wall like that, it's not dripping. So I'm going to pull this other wire as tight as I can and put some masking tape over it. Make sure it's in there. Oh, gotta pull it a little bit more. Please stay. Okay, and put some glue on that. And again, this glue, it dries fairly quickly. But again, I've never done it with wire and tape, but we're gonna see how it goes. I don't know. On the bottle, I really can't tell how long it's gonna take to dry for this wood and the wire, but shouldn't take too long. Well, let's see what we got next. Alrighty then. So I have to come out to the garage because I wanted to spray paint these doors and show you what I'm doing. I honestly came in here. This is like 2 coats already on all these doors. And I came in here last night and spray painted and tried to video record, and I thought I did, but I didn't have my record on, so I have to do one more coat, so at least I have enough to show you what I'm doing. Now let me see if any of them need any more coats. Looking good. So I'm gonna lightly go over these just to show you. Let me see, this one right here is the doors that I just got that I spray painted. And they look really nice. And I was afraid that the spray paint would clog up the screen, but it didn't. So, yeah, that's my neighbor's dog. So, like I said, I'm out in the garage, so you're liable to hear anything. And so all these have been done. So I'm just going to spray paint over it just one more time to mainly make sure that I get into the little grooves in between. So I'll show you how to do that. All right, here we go. And so this should look really nice when I'm done. I'm putting an even coat. And I have to get on the other side. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, that's way better. Because now I can see, now that it's dry from last night, what I needed to spray more. And I know this right here and this one, are new. So this is literally the third to the second coat. Actually, I did really good on it. Second, one, two, the third coat. Again, neighbor's dog. Okay, so now I'm going to do these doors. And they shouldn't take long to dry. I'll have some nice white doors. I was thinking about, because these right here and this one over here were already, painted white. And I was thinking about doing wood, like, or staining it a wood color. And it probably would have been better, but I'm going to try the white. It's looking good because the outside of the house is trimmed in white. And I thought it would look good, so we'll see. I mean, I can stain over the paint, but it really wouldn't look good. It'll look weathered, and I don't want that look. So I'm more likely going to stick with the white. So, but that's what I've been doing since yesterday, working on the doors. Alrighty then. And, yeah, it's looking good. I really, really, really love these doors right here. I'm so glad it didn't clog up. Trying to make sure I don't have any wood showing, especially on these two that have less paint. And I know in the past I've always hand painted my doors and windows. It's a lot of work. So this time I tried with the spray paint. And as long as you're in a well-ventilated area, it should work fine. But even when I'm done, I noticed that when I first spray painted these doors right here and this one, that it has a different texture. Like when I touch it, it's more sticky. But as days go by and it completely dries, you really don't even notice it. It's almost like it was hand painted. But this has more of a look. This is a satin. I'm going to show you what kind of paint I used. It's satin. I got Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover. It's paint and primer, and it's satin. Okay, time to get back in. I'm going to let this dry for about an hour or two and work on something else. Alrighty, so we're going to put the contact paper on the room we just painted. And again, align it with the side and the top. Start from the top and then work your way down by pulling the back of the contact paper off. It's thin, but it actually works well. And I just love the color. This time I got the papers to overlap. Okay. Let's get a closer view. So far it looks good compared to the top. And I got these two pieces up here just to see what I'm going to do. I'm just brainstorming, just trying things. But, looks pretty good so far. And around here in the dining room, this is what it looks like. I'm still waiting for the frames on the windows to dry, so that's why the tape is still on there. But the sconces, those look really nice. And now that the wood has dried, I took the tape off. It's starting to look better and better. It really is. I can't wait till the doors get in there. And the other chandelier and the trim, oh, it's going to be really nice. Really nice. Okay. Let's see which direction we're going to go to next. Okay, we have the doors complete and they are in. And this is the downstairs. I really like the way these two doors turned out. Get over here so you can see this door. Now I know I'm going to have to put trim up. And you know, every time I get a door, I have the trim for the opposite side of the door. It's usually like right here. It comes with it. It's 3 pieces. A lot of these doors were bought at attic sales or garage sales for miniatures. And I do not have the trim. So I literally have to make it. Now I ordered a door for this area right here. And yeah, when it gets here, I'm going to spray paint that and get that in there. Now, I tried spray painting because I wanted to find a quicker way to paint doors, and it actually worked. You get the quality paint and you spray paint it outside, and it literally works. Even to touch it, you cannot really tell that it's spray painted. So, but yeah, I'm going to have to get cut trim on all of these doors. But I got them. Yay! Okay, even the ones that I ordered off of eBay, they didn't come with a frame for the opposite side. So this is going to be interesting. I've never cut my own frames before, so I will have you there with me when I cut. It's going to be interesting. Wow. Okay, let's see the other side. And yes, I still have the lights in each room because it's easier for me. It's already set. Oh, that looks really nice. Oh. Alright, sorry about the kind of problem with the lighting. It's dark and I got all the lights on that I can. So daylight seems to be better. So this door here, I have ordered. It is on its way. I do not want a door right here. This is the kitchen, and this is the dining room. So I do not want it closed off. I want free access to the kitchen and dining room so you can just walk through. I think. You know me, I'll change my mind. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so let me back it up. So they got their doors. 3 of them. So we got one more door here. And then one more door here. So it's 2 doors. Oh, wait a minute. There's a 3rd door. You know what? It's right there. And I didn't spray paint it. So what I'm going to do is take it out and spray paint it and let it dry. I need all the doors painted the same color. So this is the last one around here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the other 2 doors come. And then I'll spray paint that one up in the attic. But yeah, we got this one right here. That leads to the hallways. And again, we just saw this side of the house. That one. And this one is on its way. So when this one and this one comes, I'm going to paint those with the attic door. All right. I'm going to take that attic door down now. So I'll set it aside so when the other 2 come, I can get those painted. Okay, I'm noticing this door. If you look closely, you'll see how it's kind of like the paint. You can see that it needs sanding. So I think I'm going to sand this one. I know I'm going to sand it and repaint it. I'm going to go through the house and check every door and see if it needs to be sanded or painted in areas like this door. You look here and here. You see where the paint didn't get in. So yeah, I got to inspect the doors. And I'm still debating because I love the look of the white. Maybe I like it even more once I have the wallpaper up and the lighting. But I'm still thinking maybe I should have made like stained wood doors. Gave it that type of a look. I don't know. Because I don't have any more doors. And I'm not about to go buy a whole bunch of them. So I might have to settle with the white. But we'll see once the wallpapers get up and the house gets finished if I'm happy with it. If not, it's not uncommon for me to go get a whole new set of doors and make sure that they all look like wood. God. We'll see though. Yeah. I'll keep you updated. Okay, I've been thinking, and this is bugging me. The bleeding through the paper, see, it really irks me. I can see that. Maybe you can't, but even when I put the wallpaper in down here, let me see if I can get a better view. You see, I can see the paint coming through, still coming through the wall, and that irks me. So if I was to paint that 2 times and then put the wallpaper, it may be better, but it's so fine that I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to switch wallpaper. So I got to go through cutting again. And maybe if I use, this is a really pretty wallpaper. I'm going to use it. It just won't be in the hallway. In whatever room I use it in, I'm going to have to paint that room 2 or 3 times just straight white so that you can't see the bleeding through the wallpaper. So I've decided to use one of 2 wallpapers. So I'm going to use either this green, which I really, really, really like. It even has a little gold in it, and that's going to complement the lights. And use some gold trim maybe. But then this is really nice because of the pattern. I really like the pattern. And I'm looking for a green. So I love dark green, so I was thinking about using this Christmas green. It's a real pretty color. So I'm just not going to do all white hallway. I've changed my mind. And I normally do that. So I got to get to cutting, matching up the shapes of the walls with the wallpaper and getting it in there. So I'm going to shoot some more footage on how I do that, because I know it's the last time I shot footage on me cutting it out. My back was faced towards the camera and you really couldn't see that well. So I'm going to face a different direction, like have the camera face towards me and you can actually see what I'm doing. Alrighty, time to get to work. Okay, so I've decided to go with the green wallpaper, the green and gold, and see how that's going to look. So what I'm doing is I'm lining up the templates with the wallpaper, and I had to flip them backwards so that way it'll fit right. So just tracing lines carefully. It's better to have more than little, because you can always cut it off. So here we go. And then we're going to go across. Since this is kind of slanted, I'm just going to eyeball it. And also I said I was going to repaint a couple of doors. I went on and did it while I'm doing this so it can dry, instead of waiting for the other doors to come. I'm impatient like that sometimes. Okay. Now, just gonna cut. So what I do is I take a ruler, it's metal, kind of heavy, and I line it up with the lines. And I have my mat board underneath. Here we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, go across. Yeah, because I noticed that the last time I did this, it really wasn't much to see. My back was against the camera, so I figured you could see it better this way. And I'm just going to wing it with this line here because it's not exactly straight going across the top of that door. And it doesn't have to be perfect because the trim will cover it, but I want to get it as close as possible. Okay. Hold this so it won't move while I'm cutting the rest of it. Try this. Bottom. Okay. And over here. I kind of press up against the ruler to try to keep a straight line. Make sure, yeah. Gotta make sure it's on that mat because I do not want to cut into my desk. That would not be pretty. Okay, one more. Almost there. Let's see. And I'm doing multiple floors, so I put the word top so I know where these wallpaper pieces go. Alright, so we got this done. And we only have like 5 more to go to do this part of the hallway. So when I'm done, then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to glue it on. Alrighty, so now we're ready to do some gluing. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to my tacky glue. So this is the tacky glue. And it's really thick. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. And then mix it. It's thinning it up really good. The trick is to mix it well, and it'll go a long way. You don't want it too watery. Just want it like paste. And if it's too watery, just add some more glue. I'm pretty sure I put enough in there. So I'm going to do one and show you how to put it in. And then I'll get the rest of them done. So, let's see. And then also, I'm going to glue the inside walls because I want it to stick. This wallpaper is pretty thick. So I'm definitely going to double glue just like I did the dining room. Not bad. And what I did was I put some plastic over my mat board so I don't get it messed up. It's actually wax paper, so it's not plastic. Okay, so let that sit and get a little sticky while we go do the wall. that I'm going to put this wallpaper on. Okay, so now I'm ready to glue the wall so that it'll double stick. Even if this wallpaper wasn't on here, this contact paper, I would still glue it because I want it to stay. And I don't have to put too much on there because remember the other paper, the wallpaper has some on there, and this is how much I have. It does not take a lot. And I'm only doing a section at a time. And there we go. So now we can go ahead and get the wallpaper. I always start at the top. Even it up. And I left a little extra on the edge closest to the wall because I want it to roll over onto this corner so that the corner of the wall won't. I'll show you here in a minute. Okay, so last time I put this contact paper on, I had to literally take another strip and go down this wall because the middle was showing. This contact paper was up in this one, but the middle was showing. So I took a strip down here. So I made a little bit extra so that it'll meet up. And hopefully I cut it right this side right here will meet up and I won't have to put any extra. So I'm going to get my, it is pretty good, so I might not need my card. Feels right. Okay. I don't need my card. Okay. Because usually you can take a credit card or some type of card and smooth all the bubbles out, but it's really smooth. So I don't have to worry about that. I can skip that part. Alrighty then. Let's move on. Okay, I changed the wallpaper and the doors are dry, so I'm going to take you in on a closer look. It's not, I don't know what the lighting problem is in here, but anyway, looks better. So the ceiling I'm going to work on next. So its wallpaper is like green with a little bit of gold, and it worked out well. And so down here, okay, so the wires are going to go up and over for this one, and this one is just going to go down, and then they're both going to go through the hole. So now I have to puncture that hole so I know exactly where it is. Alright, let me see if I can get a little closer look. Okay, so it's actually very smooth. There's no bubbles, and it looks good. Even in the corner where I connected the two wallpapers so that I wouldn't have to cut an extra strip. So yeah, I like this. And you'll see the gold in there. I'm going to complement that with the trim. And then down here, the doors turned out really nice. So now the back two hallways up and down, I'm going to work on those next. Maybe. I don't know. You know me. Okay. Let's get ready for the next step.